It's your old buddy Rory here for another week of the Aw Man radio thing at awman.net. Believe it or not, I'm a little worse for the wear after sleeping on a bench in a church last night where there was people up until 6 in the morning, I think, and then having to get up at 8:30 or something like that. I don't know anymore. But somehow I'm here. And that was Gunilla Thorn. Our Love was the name of that song. That came out on a single in 1966 through his master's voice. Gunilla Thorn, she was Swedish. I guess she still is. And that was one of the few singles that she did. There was one she did with Joe Meek, Merry-Go-Round, Go On Then. And I read an interview with her years ago, and she was actually really displeased with how that turned out. She said that Joe Meek destroyed her vocals, and they do sound really goofy. It sounds like he kind of sped up the tape, the pitch on her vocals or whatever, so it just sounds really unnatural and strange. So she did that. She did another one that had a cover of I Walk the Line on it, and then another song, Just a Closer Walk with Thee, which I wasn't really all that wild about. But this one, through his master's voice from 1966, both sides of it are really good. There's, on the other side, what is it? Oh yeah, Jealous Woman, that's a good one. She's backed by the Beethovens on that. So what do we got? What do I have for you? Zach's going to be talking to us halfway through the show as usual for I'm Allowed. That man hasn't missed one yet, and I think we got a pretty good track record to go into the future with. What else? The show report. even though shows are becoming more and more unlikely here in the Czech Republic, but they're still happening to an extent. And I don't know, all the musical assortment that I usually bring. Most importantly, nothing too wacky this week. So let's get to that aforementioned music. Get back to it or whatever. Gonna play The Birthday Party next. The song is Marry Me, Lie, Lie. This is found on their Peel Sessions CD that came out in 2001 through Strange Fruit. And it has all 4 Peel sessions that they did. This song was part of the 4th one, which was recorded in 1982. And yeah, what can I say about this? Yeah, this song was a Roland S. Howard composition. And actually, the end of the song, it's interesting how it kind of tails off there. Roland sings a part after Nick. He'd later turn that into the opening track for the first These Immortal Souls record, which was called Marry Me, Lie, Lie. Well, the song was anyway. But the rest of the song is quite different. Anyway, yeah, you can listen to that. Maybe I'll play it next week or something. But here it is.
Until we claim, we fall for a fortune. could walk, but I lay awake nights. Now I can't go home till 1. Now I don't mind chopping wood, but the memory don't do no one no good.
you go anyplace else, I hate to tell you what a big mistake, because this is the only place to come for these gorgeous, gorgeous curtains. For this price, you could never find them anywhere. That's the thing. Not like over here, for these prices, never. That's why I'm so glad this place opened. I am so thankful for this place to open up.
Mientras la tarde se va y la sombra viene a mí, mi juventud se quema triste y amarga. Tengo miedo de mirar en los espejos y ver cómo el dolor va marchitando mi vida, mas hoy quiero escapar, ser libre, quiero partir. Presente cruel, tan helado y gris, mis días serán tan solo una triste espera sin fin, sin fin. Donde no haya consejo
Ooh. Okay. That was Radical Kitten with I Don't Wanna. That came out on a compilation through Dushtu Records this year called Ratapenada Musique pour Noctambules. And I wanted to play that not only because it's a good song, but to say hi to the Dushtu Records folks who were so nice to write an email to me after I played something of theirs on last week's show. So I always appreciate that kind of stuff. And yeah, aside from their record label, they also have a radio program where they play a lot of weirdo post-punk stuff and what have you. A little bit similar to this radio show. So if you need more listening material, then hit them up. And you can go to their Bandcamp page, dushturcd.bandcamp.com. But I'll post a link to all that stuff later anyway. What else? Before that, Que Vivimos, Contrapunto from a single put out in 1971 by Belter. Then it was the Fender IV, Gaya, put out also on a single by Imperial Records in 1964. Then there was Potpourri, Dearly Departed. I really can't wait to hear that whole record. It's going to come out next month, and they have 3 songs up on their Bandcamp page right now. I played one last week, Eisenhower, and I really like those 3 songs. I wouldn't be surprised if this is like record of the year for me, if these 3 songs are any indication of that. That record will be called First Dance, and it will be released by Bingo Records. And we started with the birthday party, Marry Me Lie Lie, from the John Peel Sessions, released in 2001. I'm going to play something from Farida and the Cookies next. It's Achter de Heuvel. I don't even know what that means. It's Dutch. So we're going to call on our old pal Google Translate here. See what the story is. Oh, okay. Yeah, you couldn't hear that. Behind the Hill is what it means. And that's a fairly unusual title for what's a pretty unusual song. That was put out by Delta Records in 1965. It's one of these things like it could have came out at any point. It could have came out last week and it would still make sense. So I'll play that next. I guess there's this guy here.
Pertaining to show. I want the stars that's going to be in the Coliseum, that's going to make the people sway and rock and clap their hands to the beat and get up and dance in an area that will be big enough for them to do it in.
Well, yeah, since they put the clamps down on a lot of stuff around here lately, I don't have a whole lot of shows to tell you about other than some of the ones I've been telling you about already. One that's worthwhile next week, September 23rd, the POW is playing here again, so I will most likely be there for that one. And then what else? My band plays on September 27th with Laundry Syrup and Praha in Brno at Bicycle. And we got a show on the 28th we just found out about. We're going to be playing with Magnesium, who we didn't get to play with at the bowling show, the Aman Radio and Booking Bowling Show at the start of the month. So I'm glad we get a chance to play with Magnesium after all. And I think that's probably everything that I'm all that interested in for the next couple of weeks. There's Jiskaska Nas later on as well, of course. Hopefully, if things don't get worse, we'll see. Okay, here it is. Farida and the Cookies. Achter de Heuvel, or however they say it, better than I do.
Achter de Heuvel, waar ik zo van hou. Hij kent mij, ik ken hem. Jarenlang woonden we naast elkaar. Ook toen zagen wij elkaar dan bij die heuvel. Iedere avond kijk ik uit of hij misschien zal staan. Ik hou zoveel van deze jonge man. Je weet best hoe zoiets kan gaan. Ik hoop dat hij mij niet vergeet, dat hij nog aan mij denkt. En dat het nu eens levend wordt. Ik voel me zo bevrijd. Achter de heuvel, achter de heuvel. Had ik afgesproken met de jongen waar ik zo van hou. Hij kent mij, ik ken hem. Jarenlang woonden we naast elkaar. Ook toen zagen wij elkaar dan bij die heuvel. Achter de heuvel, achter de heuvel. Iedere avond kijk ik uit of hij misschien zal staan. Ik hou zoveel van deze jonge man. Je weet best hoe zoiets kan gaan. Ik hoop dat hij mij niet vergeet, dat hij nog aan mij denkt. En dat het nu eens levens wordt. Ik voel me zo bevrijd. Achter de heuvel, achter de heuvel. Had ik afgesproken met een jongen waar ik zo van hou. Hij kent mij, ik ken hem. Jarenlang wonen we naast elkaar. Ook toen zagen wij elkaar dan bij die heuvel. Ook toen zagen wij elkaar dan bij die heuvel. Ook toen zagen wij elkaar dan bij die heuvel.
Because I don't think I can get out of this thing worth a shit. Nobody can, so, you know.
Wenn dir dein Schicksal nicht gefällt, warte auf das Glück, so geht es vielen in der Welt. Warte auf das Glück, das, was man im Leben schnell erreicht, das vergeht genauso schnell und leicht. Denk daran in jedem Augenblick. Sieh nur nach vorn, schau nicht zurück. Warte auf das Glück. Warte auf das Glück. Bist du heute einsam und allein? Warte auf das Glück. Es kann schon morgen anders sein. Warte auf das Glück. Das, was man im Leben schnell erreicht, das vergeht genauso schnell und leicht. Denk daran in jedem Augenblick. Sieh nur nach vorn, schau nicht zurück. Warte auf das Glück. Nimm jeden Tag so wie er ist. Warte auf das Glück, weil du dann niemals traurig bist. Warte auf das Glück. Das, was man im Leben schnell erreicht, das vergeht genauso schnell und leicht. Denk daran in jedem Augenblick. Sieh nur nach vorn, schau nicht zurück. Warte auf das Glück. Warte auf das Glück.
Go on, gal, don't take me for no fool. I ain't gonna quit your pretty mama while the weather's cool. Around your back door, honey, I'm gonna creep, just as long as you bring me 2.5 a week. I've got a girl, she works in the white folks' yard. She brings me meal, I swear she brings me love. She brings me meal, honey, she brings me lard. She brings me everything, honey, that a girl can steal. Lord of Vaudeville circus right at Kingstown. They got a stench of looking nice and brown. They didn't know it was against the law for the monkeys to stop at a 5-cent store. Well, just around the corner, just a minute too late. Another one standing at the big back gate. I'm simply wild about my good cocaine. I stood in my corner, hey, hey. Here comes Sal with a note all told. Doctor said you couldn't smell no more. Lord, run, doctor, ring the bell. The women in the alley. I'm simply wild about my good cocaine. Furniture man came to my house once last Sunday morn. Asked me was my wife at home. Said she'd long been gone. Backed his wagon up to my door. Took everything I had. He carried it back to the furniture store. Honey, I did feel sad. What in the world has any man got now messing with the furniture man? Got no dough, stand for show. Certainly will back you back. Take everything from an earthly plate, from a skillet to a frying pan. If there ever was a devil born without any horn, must have been a furniture man. I hear you, mama, hey, hey. Here comes Sal with a note all told. Doctor said you couldn't smell no them all. Lord, go, doctor, ring the bell. Women in alley, I'm simply wild about my good cocaine. A lot of babies in the cradle in New Orleans. The doctor kept whipping till the baby got mean. Doctor whipped until the baby got so. Mama said you couldn't smell no more. Lord, go, doctor, ring the bell. The women in the alley, I'm simply wild about my good cocaine. I'm simply wild about my good cocaine.
No sweet tries,
Okay. That was Pons of Burlington, Vermont with No Squid. They really cover a lot of ground on that. What a wild song that is. It's like you don't know what's going to happen next when you're listening to that for the first time. That's a wonderful thing. That was put out just a couple days ago on the 17th through Stick and Move Records. And the album is called Intellect. We also heard Dick Justice before that with Cocaine. Comes from a 78 RPM through Brunswick that was put out in 1930. Our pal Zach Coons tipped me off to that earlier this week, and I really like that song. So I thought, why not play it here? We'll talk to good old Zach in about 15 minutes or so. Then it was the Five Tops, Warte auf das Glück, or Waiting for Luck is the translation. It's put out by Philips in 1965. It has a really silly picture sleeve. It's just this man and woman standing under an umbrella looking at a little duck pond kind of thing. It just seems like, well, we need a cover for this record. I don't know why they did. But yeah, they just took a stock photo and then slapped the title of the single on there. Oh boy. Then it was Birthing Hips with HEP, H-E-P, from Urge to Merge, put out in 2017 by NNA Tapes. And to start, Farida and the Cookies, Achter de Heuvel, however they do that kind of thing in Dutch. I cannot do it. Dutch is always so funny for me to listen to because it sounds kind of like English sometimes, but then you don't know what a lot of the words are. So it's kind of confusing. I think it is. Okay, so yeah, we'll get going here. Wally Black is next. The song is What's It To You? This came out in 1959 by means of Toppa Records.
What's it to you if my sun never shines? What's it to you if I'm lonely all the time? You had a chance for a love strong in you. You turned it down. I'm looking around. So what's it to you? What's it to you if my world never turns? What's it to you if the fire in my heart never burns? Our love is like the flowers that's withered with the dew. You turned it down. I'm a-looking around. So what's it to you? What's it to you if I stay out late at night? What's it to you if I don't come home until daylight? My friends, they all know what I've gone through while looking around. A new love I found. So what's it to you?
papillons sous les papiers et qui danse quand je viens de m'éveiller. Dans cette chambre où mon miroir me dit souvent que l'enfant est déjà femme et qu'il est temps que la femme en moi n'écoute plus l'enfant. J'ai bien trop rêvé, j'ai bien trop pensé à celui qui va venir un jour. Rêves-tu de moi, penses-tu à moi, toi par qui je vais savoir l'amour? Où es-tu, que fais-tu, toi que j'aime déjà? La pluie sous l'arc-en-ciel. J'ai bien trop rêvé, j'ai bien trop pensé à celui qui va venir un jour. Rêves-tu de moi, penses-tu à moi, toi par qui je vais savoir l'amour? Où es-tu, que fais-tu, toi que j'aime déjà? Qui es-tu, inconnu, qui bientôt m'aimera?
in a bar, listening to our favorite song. And there's a girl here with me where you belong. 'Cause every time I look at her, your face I see. There's just too much of you left in me. Oh, yes, you're gone, but you're here just the same. Tonight I called a total stranger by your name, but anyone with any eyes at all could see there's just too much of you left in me. There's just too much of you left in me. You left behind too many memories, and I would give my right arm if I knew there was too much of me left in you. Yes, I would give my right arm if I knew there was too much of me left in you.
That was Freddie Hart, Too Much of You Left in Me. From, when was that from? 1968, put out on a single by Cap Records. Then it was Chaos Incorporated, Daktari Ooh Ah. That song where the guy's going, ooh ah, ooh ah. You know. Put out in 1967 by SPQR. Then it was Neighbors Burning Neighbors, Lunar Hair Care, from their 2019 single EP thing, Lunar Hair Care, Hesitate. Hesitate is also very good, and I've played it on here before. And then they have another single thing like that on their Bandcamp page, which is equally as good. I just wish they had more music because I like them so much. Yeah, before Neighbors Burning Neighbors, Jeanette with Lingokuki Miyamera. I guess that's how it's pronounced. Help me out, Google Translate. Do it, would you?
L'inconnu qui m'aimera.
Totally different than what I said.
The stranger who will love me.
Yeah. And what else? Then it was Die Letzten Ecken with Ish, the title track from something they just put out through Static Age Music, and then clocking in at 1 minute and 38 seconds in length, Wally Black, What's It to You, from 1959. And it's Zach time. Let's call that man right now.
I hope I keep my mailman called Mr. Mac away from Zach.
His man, I'm scared to say.
The dreamer.
Yeah.
Maniac. The lunatic. How are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm a little worse for the wear, but I'm surviving.
Oh?
Yeah, you know.
What's going on?
Just played a show last night, and you know how it is getting up to things that, such as sleeping on hard surfaces for limited periods of time in cold temperatures. Things that will gradually take days or months or years off a person's life if they do it enough. You've done it plenty of times.
Yeah, I think I'm already over the age I should have died.
Yeah. think we're both.
Can't believe I've done that so much. I can't believe I can't believe I'm still kicking.
We've definitely prematurely aged some based on that, but you know.
Oh yeah.
That's the costume business.
That's why I lost my goddamn hair. Had to be.
Yeah. That's
Just
it.
beating myself up year after year.
Hair after hair.
Accomplishing nothing. Accomplishing not a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Just the way I like it.
What is there to accomplish anyway? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a really good question. That's I think if I were to accomplish anything, I would be extremely unsatisfied. The only thing I really enjoy is trying to accomplish things. Usually when I accomplish them, at the end of that, I'm like, oh, this is it? This is what I was going for? Time to set my sights for something else.
You need to get on a train that's going to go to one destination, but it keeps changing its destination.
That's it. That's the adventure of life. If you're living like that, if you're constantly dissatisfied the way I am,
yeah,
then you're always boarding that next train.
Just make sure it's got a dining
you're
car.
Getting the hell out of town, getting the hell out of Dodge as quickly as you can.
How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. I'm actually in the belly of the beast here right now. I'm in Asheville, North Carolina, getting ready to go into truly the belly of the beast, Trader Joe's.
What brought you all the way out there?
Meal. There aren't any grocery stores close to me. I have to go once a week, either into Pigeon Forge into the Kroger or over to Asheville. I kind of alternate just to keep myself interested, I guess. I go, so one week I'll go to the grocery store in Pigeon Forge. The next week I'll go to the grocery store in Asheville. They're about the same distance. They're about equidistant for me. They're both about an hour away.
Okay.
I'm so far out in the boonies I have to go to the grocery, but I hate going into Asheville. On the surface, seemingly it would be a town I would like, but it is not at all. It's like full of like neoliberal horse shit. It just irritates the shit out of me.
Well, that's really too bad. I mean, it makes sense you'd want to rotate them then based on that. You know, then you don't become too much of a regular around and people start knowing who you are. I don't really like becoming a regular at places. How do you feel about it?
Oh, I kind of like being a regular, but you can't. These like big grocery stores are so impersonal, and they have so many employees. You could never become a regular.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind. In fact, there's like a little apple orchard farm stands and restaurant that's really close to me, and I am a regular there, and I really enjoy it. I go in there, and it's about 5 minutes away from my house, and they make good apple cider and peach cider and things like that. So I'll go in there and 2 or 3 times a week, or sometimes more than that, and just shoot the shit with them. I enjoy. It depends on who it is that I'm a regular with, I guess. If I like the people, these are just good country people, good old hillbillies. So I like me, you know. So I enjoy going in there and talking with them. And I go down there and harvest chestnuts. They're letting me harvest their chestnuts, and I go into the restaurant's actually a really pretty good restaurant. I'm not wild about eating in restaurants at all, but it's a pretty good restaurant. They make these little apple fritter things that are real good. Make their own apple butter. So it really depends, but no one could ever be a regular at Trader Joe's. There's too many employees. You know, nobody could ever be a regular at Kroger. You could go in 7 days a week, and you're going to see somebody working different pretty much every time you go in. So you could never. It's just too big and too impersonal.
Mm-hmm.
I like the little places that, you know, that just have the, you know, kind of the same cast and crew working all the time and shooting the shit with them, and they, you know, I actually enjoy that, I would say.
It's too bad there isn't a little mom and pop grocery store around you somewhere.
Yeah, no, that would be there kind of is. There's a little grocery store called Food City, but you know, I eat in a really particular way. So to get like decent vegetables, get decent food, I have to go to like unfortunately they don't have, there's like a little health food store or something like that. I could probably do it, but I mean, my diet's primarily vegetables, and they have like, I don't know, their vegetables are all from, all over the world, and
Food City's just not cosmopolitan enough of a community, I guess, for you.
That's what it is. I will, I get things from little farm. I do get veggies from little farm stand, but I know they spray pesticides on them, and I try and avoid that. I try and avoid that if I can. So I only get the things that they don't spray pesticides on. So that brings me into this belly beast. It seems like, seemingly I agree with, the quote unquote neoliberals on a number of things, but I detest the way they wear it like a badge. That's what I don't really like. It's like a little club, and you got all the and they're doing the exact same thing as the conservatives. They're like a little less conservative than the conservatives. It's pretty much the exact same. They have the exact same beliefs, which is get as much money as you can, exploit the earth as much as you can, get what you can. It's still a very, the mindset isn't all that different. It's just like a way of kind of differentiating yourself from another person. It's pretty pathetic. I can't go in for it really.
I bet they'll all be gladly voting for good old Joe come election time, by the sounds of it.
Oh, not a doubt.
Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah, they're pumped for it.
Oh yeah, they're the people who got him in.
Yeah. They're and that's it. They're the exact reason why we have that old shitbag running for, the old truly demented. The poor old guy truly has dementia. That's why they're just like they're propping him up, hoping he'll make it until past the election, and then I'd say the cop he has running with him will be calling most of the shots, because I think they're probably thinking, he's gonna die pretty soon, or be finally diagnosed with what he actually has. I mean, I'm not making fun of him. I think it's really sad, like I actually really think that he has dementia. He has like the early, if you look at him trying to speak, he sounds like my grandmother, and when she developed some form of dementia, I truly think he has that. Like I'm not making fun of his gaffes. I think it's really pretty sad that they're making this poor old man run that is overmatched in every way. Not overmatched by Donald Trump, who I also think has dementia, and aside from that is an absolutely awful human being who I would never ever vote for, never even consider voting for, obviously, to make that clear. But it's like they put a bow tie on a turd, It's still a goddamn turd. I mean, of course I'll probably hold my fucking nose and vote for him, Biden, but I'm not, and I detest Kamala. It's just like they picked my least two favorite, and most people's least two favorite people that ran for president, and said, here you go, take it or leave it.
Yep, well, got you by the short and curlies there.
Yeah, okay, well, over Trump, yeah, I guess I fucking will, but I'm not going to be happy about it. Actually, I live in Kentucky, so I may not vote for president at all. I mean, it doesn't matter. Trump will so easily win Kentucky that it doesn't really, my vote really doesn't matter in Kentucky. It's a deeply red state. He won Kentucky by like 70-some% of the vote last time. Probably be that or higher this time. So
that's wild.
Yeah, my vote for president doesn't matter at all. I am gonna get the vote against Mitch McConnell, who will probably win, but he's he's a pretty sinister guy. Of course, they propped up the biggest shitbag neoliberal against McConnell too. So don't really get a big thrill out of voting for her on top of it all. But
wow, you really got stuck with some rotten choices there.
Oh yeah. It's a dire election season coming up here in the U.S. and unfortunately what the U.S. voters decide because we're the U.S. really affects the rest of the world. In a very real way. I'm not saying that to make the U.S. seem more important than it is. It just we do a lot of trade with a lot of different countries and exports and imports and things like that. So and unfortunately, kind of throw our weight around all over the world. And who gets elected is, I don't know. It's seemingly important, probably really not. They all end up just doing the same goddamn thing, more or less. Just like one of them is like a supervillain, and the other is like a policeman. neither one of which I'm all that wild about.
Yeah, I got to say it is nothing against people of the U.S., but just in general, living over here, it's nice to not really get as much U.S.-centric news.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Yeah, because you get a lot of that in Canada, too, but it's definitely much of a smaller percentage here. I mean, you still hear about stuff, but it's just, not as over the top, so I'm into that.
I don't... Oh, yeah, I don't watch the news. Or very, very, very little. Because it doesn't really matter, Like I said, you're just... Especially around election time, it's impossible to go. It's impossible to watch the news. It's impossible to get on Facebook because everybody's a goddamn poli-sci expert.
We better be careful we don't fall into that trap right now ourselves. We're talking a lot of politics.
True enough. Yeah, yeah. Good point. Yeah, that's a good point. I guess. Yeah. No, I'm not an expert. I just I do know when I'm being fucked. And I am being fucked regularly and against my will, and that there are a lot of people getting fucked a lot worse. That's the key and important takeaway. And they're going to keep getting fucked no matter who's sitting in the big seat. It just who's going to be more gentle when they do it?
Well, I think that pretty well sums it up.
Yeah. Well,
what are you going to do once you get out of neoliberal territory there?
I'm actually working on it's starting to get cold down here, so I'm working on getting my stove, basically my heating source fixed up today. The flue is messed up, so I'm going to be working on that the rest of the day, because it's getting pretty cool here at night, and I don't have there's no source of heat except this wood burning stove that I have. I'm looking forward to getting it hooked up, I'll tell you that, because you can cook on it, Oh
yeah.
When you get it, because I just have, I just live in this little essentially off-grid cabin, so I've been relying on propane heat to cook all my meals, and it's not so hot.
Literally and figuratively. I guess it's kind of hot, but not so hot.
Not too hot at all. So when I get that bad boy fired up, I'll be able to cook on that thing. You get some good make some good meals on top of that son of a bitch. I'll tell you that. We used to. I grew up with a wood burning stove as the only source of heat, and I remember, just remember my grandparents cooking, and like the smells that come through, like your house always kind of smells like wood smoke, which is a pretty nice smell.
When it's not stale, yeah. When it's nice, fresh kind of smoke.
Oh,
smell,
yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of my day. I've been pretty busy with work this week, as I know you have.
Yeah.
Busy season.
That's it. That's the business.
Yeah. And next week appears like it's going to be that. So yeah, my 2 days off are basically doing all the really boring things that I can't do throughout the week.
Yeah, I've been
I don't have enough
position
time
before.
Yeah. How was the show last night?
Oh, it was a good one. Yeah, it was good crew that turned out, and there's a couple other bands that were good, and just decent night all around. Yeah, I think the guys in the band, as in Alpha Strategy, played real well as they do. So I have zero complaints, in spite of what I was saying earlier. I mean, yeah, I had to sleep in this. It's an old church that they turned into, I'd say, venue or whatever, but it's like a non-commercial kind of art space or whatever that's just run by a bunch of people kind of casually. So it's got a really sort of non-professional but still cohesive feel to it, and just a nice place to be. And so yeah, having to sleep on a bench wasn't really ideal, but it was worth it based on everything else being as good as it was. So
did you all drive there?
Yeah, we got a van and driver and drove out there. I'm the only guy in the band, oddly enough, who is comfortable with driving, so I don't really want to be getting up to that by myself all the time.
No joke. Hey, listen to this. I'm about to give you a tip, and anybody else a tip who is regularly touring. I found this little hack, I guess, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I can't believe I'd never thought of it before. So,
all right, let's hear it.
If you get one of those blow-up mattresses that are like $40, you're set. And they break down to almost nothing. They take almost no room at all. Get one of those bad boys. You'll never sleep on a bench. Never sleep on the ground again.
That is a good idea.
Never sleep on a couch.
Yeah. We used to have some of those, but then I think they got holes on them or something like that. But maybe I should snap one up again. Although it's kind of crappy because the number of cases is starting to jump up here big time. So I don't think it's going to be all that long that we're going to be able to keep playing shows around here. But, might as well just be prepared. Maybe I'll go out and grab one.
Yeah. For any, having one for any time. Like, now I use it when guests come over.
Yeah.
Or, it's like there's any number of uses for it, and they're pretty cheap. Here, they're like $40, so that's the best 40. I've had mine. I got mine about 3 years ago. I've never had holes in it. Never had any trouble with it at all, actually. And they usually come with a patching kit, so if you do get a hole, you can pretty easily patch it yourself, or find someone who can anyway. But yeah, I've had that sucker for 3 years, and I got a king size, so I can fit like 3 people. You can get like 3 people in there if you're comfortable sleeping with other people anyway.
Yep.
So it's pretty roomy. I got to tell you, that's the stuff.
Yeah, I might follow your advice there. Might look into that.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, it made touring. I mean, touring is a distant memory for me now, but it made touring when I was touring pretty frequently a lot easier, because I hate sleeping on a couch. I hate sleeping bags.
I hate sleeping bags too. Oh man.
Just use a blanket.
Yeah,
what's wrong with a blanket?
That's what I did last night. It was fine. I mean, it would have been as good as a sleeping bag. I don't get it at all.
I don't like the feel of it. I don't like the material of a sleeping bag. Getting in there,
Yeah, I don't like how you're just sort of encased in it. Like you can't spread your legs apart real wide if you want to for a minute or whatever. That kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. I'm not... So many people I know are very pro sleeping bag. I'm anti-sleeping bag. I want it communicated here first. I am anti-sleeping bag. Don't
For
like
the
this
record.
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Chime in. Tell me why you like it. I want to hear it. But I do not like it.
No, sir.
Don't touch the stuff. Blankets beat a nice comfy blanket beats a sleeping bag any day of the week in my book.
Yep. What more do you need? Yeah, I don't see the advantage.
Yeah, a lot of people just don't even use a pillow with them too. I've seen that. You know, they're laying on that thing. Well, man, that's a recipe for neck pain in my opinion. I mean, I've used them before, but yeah, I even use that thing when I go camping now, because there's a thing in my car that can blow it up. There's like a plug-in for my car that you can plug in and blow it up that way.
Okay.
So now even when I'm camping, I don't lay on the ground. Sleep on that big old bad boy. Got a big enough tent that fits it in there like Aces. Oh man, that's the ticket.
Yeah, you got the plan.
Yeah, this isn't my first rodeo.
Well, sir, I think we're at the 22-minute mark, so maybe we'll wrap it up here.
John. Yeah, it sounds good, buddy. It's good talking to you.
All right, good luck out there, and I'll talk to you next week, pal.
All right, if I survive, yeah, I'll be looking forward to that, pal. Good talking to you. Can't wait to check the show out.
Yeah, all right, buddy. Be seeing you.
I'll talk to you soon. I'll be seeing you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, that's the Coonster. So, I didn't even talk about what I'm going to do, because I always do this theme set after talking to Zach every week. I didn't even say what I was going to do for this one. But there is one. I have what I call part 2 of the poem, song, shark set. And I always feel the need to explain this for people, because it's kind of an obscure idea, but it's hilarious. Once it was really popular for these companies to put ads in magazines to say, we'll make you famous if you send in your lyrics, and then people would, and whatever garbage people would send in, the company would write back and say, wow, that's great, if you pay us X number of dollars, we'll turn it into a song. So some people would pay, and then the company was obligated to turn something around, so they just used these session musicians who would as quickly as possible, record this stuff. And based on the production values of really just trying to bang out a bunch of songs in a hurry, and then the subject matter of these being kind of strange, and just the whole amateur rushed element, it resulted in some really peculiar songs. So I'm going to play a whole set of that stuff next. We'll start with the MSR Singers doing the second version of I'm Just the Other Woman. And apparently, I only read about this the other day, but there was the earlier version that Rod Keith also did the vocals for. And how should I put this? He did the vocals. The customer was not happy with the vocals because it's a man singing the song I'm Just the Other Woman. And so they did this second version. For whatever reason, they kept Rod Keith's vocals. He's singing in like a falsetto, as you'll hear. And they just removed some of the instrumentation on the second version. So who knows how that person felt about it. I'm sure they weren't happy. But I had always thought this was a really strange song. I don't know why they couldn't have gotten one of the women who were the vocalists to do the vocals instead, because there were lots of them also active in that circuit. Who knows? It's the mystery of song poems. Anyway, here it is, Rod Keith and the MSR Singers, I'm Just the Other Woman, the remake.
I'm just the other woman. I don't count it all for your life. I live on crumbs from the table, discarded by you. Sometimes I wish we were strangers.
discarded by you in your wine. Often when you disappoint me, and I dream of holding your hand, you can't see the tears in my eyes, dear. Though I say I understand.
And the style that's really classy is just a mite too sassy. It's you, Cherokee Lou. Who is sweeter than candy, or a pal is just dandy, and cooking is quite handy. It's you, Cherokee Lou. Who always gets her own way, makes me pay, grow sweeter every day. It's you, Cherokee Lou. Fills my life with romance, who always wears those hot pants, who always begs me to dance. It's you, Cherokee Lou. Who is my entire harem, those other girls I dare 'em. Who is my hair and scare 'em? It's you, Cherokee Lou. Everything into one girl roll, and really gets me told. It's you, Cherokee Lou, who always gets her own way, and always makes me pay, grow sweeter every day. It's you, Cherokee Lou, fills my life with romance, who always wears those hot pants, who always makes me to dance. It's you, Cherokee Lou, who is my entire harem. Those are the girls I dare 'em. Who is my hair and scare 'em? It's you.
Shake your good stuff all night long. Shake your good stuff till the cows come home. Shake your good stuff, shake it all night long. Shake your good stuff, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. I want you, baby, all night long. I'm gonna love you like a bone. Shake your good stuff all day long. I want you, baby, to come into this house. I'm gonna love you like a cat love a mouse. Shake your good stuff all night long. Shake your good stuff till the cows come home. Shake your good stuff, shake it all night long. Shake your good stuff, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it.
Shake your good stuff. Shake your good stuff. Shake your good stuff. Shake your good stuff. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake your good stuff. I want you, baby.
Shake your good stuff all night long. Shake your good stuff till the cows come home. Shake your good stuff, shake it all night long. Shake your good stuff, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake your good stuff. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake your good stuff. Shake it, shake it, shake it.
That was the car that
did it. A dog this afternoon bit a man.
Along through the vale, and the sunshine by its prominence, with the path along through the dale, while the furthering with a stance, comes a time during the day, while to pass around the of among food, and the year has been nicely like we say, and the more of helping, which we should. And so we straighten and work with the olive while, busy by years and the more, while perked to always maintain the balance of deers. Comes a time during the day, while to pass around the of among food, and the year has been nicely like we say, and the more of helping, which we should. Comes a time during the day, while to pass around the of among food, and the year has been nicely like we say, and the more of helping, which we should. Comes a time during the day, while to pass around the of among food, and the year has been nicely like we say, and the more of helping, which we should.
I was feeling kind of mad because my baby said we're through. I was feeling kind of sad, I was feeling kind of blue. So I walked into a disco and I saw her dancing there. She had starlight in her eyes and sunshine in her hair. Disco dancer, I love the way you groove. Disco dancer, I love your sexy moves. Disco dancer, dancer, I love your bouncy boots. Disco dancer, you're the answer. I got myself a seat that was nearest to the stage. The disco music's beat set me in a rage. Her pretty, pretty looks and her sexy, sexy style made all the hungry crew go cotton picking wild. Disco dancer, I love the way you groove. Disco dancer, I love your sexy moves. Disco dancer, I love your bouncy boots. Disco dancer, you're the answer. After she got through, I told her she was great. I said, baby, I love you. Now how about a date? She said, honey, can you dance? I said, I sure can. I knew then I had a chance to be her loving man. Disco dancer, I love the way you groove. Disco dancer, I love your sexy moves. Disco dancer, I love your bouncy boots. Disco dancer, you're the answer. I took her on the floor and gave her a whirl. We danced till 4, me and my disco girl. It wasn't many days before we fell in love. Now we dance and play like two turtle doves. Disco dancer, I love the way you groove. Disco dancer, I love your sexy moves. Disco dancer, I love your bouncy boots.
I went to Mary's laundrette. That's where my girl and I met. I noticed in her eyes there was a gleam while trying to get my dirty washing clean. I finally decided to communicate with this girl and ask her for a date. The date I got with the girl of my dreams while trying to get my dirty washing clean. I thought washing was a chore, but instead it was a pleasure, for I met my girl whose love I shall always treasure. It started with a wink over the washing machine while trying to get my dirty washing clean. I went to the laundrette, a total stranger. Later I proposed to her by the coin changer. We both decided we'd make a good team while trying to get our dirty washing clean. The laundrette, total stranger. Later I proposed to her by the coin changer. We both decided we'd make a good team while trying to get our dirty washing clean. While trying to get our dirty washing clean. Yes, just trying to get our dirty washing clean.
Just trying to get my dirty washing clean. Yeah, that was Rod Rogers, a.k.a. Rod Keith, with Mary's Laundrette. And that ends our song poem set thing. That song poem, I actually found out, I was digging around online. It came out on a single, oddly enough, so I guess one person got their song on one side and somebody else got theirs on another, and then they're put out on this split single accidentally. But as the story goes, nobody ever did get famous from a song poem. I guess probably the most popular song poem is Blind Man's Penis. You can look that one up if you're curious. Before that, Ralph Lowe, Disco Dancer, You're the Answer. It seems like such an innocent, cheesy kind of song, but then he makes that remarks about Disco Dancer, I love your bouncy boobs. So it just totally negates any possibility of radio airplay. Maybe that guy didn't care about fame or fortune. So that's from a compilation called I'm Just the Other Woman, MSR Madness Volume 4, put out by Carnage Press. Then it was Bobby Blake with Good from another compilation, I Like Yellow Things, MSR Madness Volume 5, released in 2005 by WFMU's Beware of the Blog. There's a couple that she does, like that one, I guess it was the same person, must have wrote it, where it's just rambling, incoherent nonsense that the lyrics are composed of, basically. And when you listen to the song, it's really goofy because whoever it was in the session musician bunch was just kind of hamming it up at the end there and throwing in some really upbeat little fills, which contrast against the nonsensical nature of the lyrics. So it's just a really strange one. Gene Marshall before that, Shake Your Good Stuff from I Like Yellow Things, MSR Madness. Oh yeah, from the same compilation. I didn't even mean to pick out so many from the same compilations. I just have them in a big song poem folder on my desktop, and it just turns out that a couple of them are from the same ones. But anyway, yeah, that's also from the same one as the Bobby Blake song. And yeah, there's a great line in that one too where he says, I'm gonna love you like a cat loves a mouse. And when you think about it, how much does a cat really love a mouse that's gonna like chew it up and drag it all over the carpet and make a mess out of it? So I don't really get it. The Real Pros before that, which is a great name for a band or musical group. It's You, Cherokee Lou. That also came out on a single. This one through Cinema Records, as it's called. I don't know if they're affiliated with MSR, which is the main song poem company. And it came out in 1974. And we started with Rod Keith and the MSR singers, I'm Just the Other Woman, the remake, found on I'm Just the Other Woman, MSR Madness Volume 4. Okay, so I'm going to play something by Rag of Vancouver, British Columbia next. The song is Baguna Leech, and it's found on their album Cave Mentality, which was put out this year. Here go, guy can't even talk anymore. Here you go.
the thing. Believe the thing. Believe the thing. In an alternate dimension, believe the thing. He's my thing. He's me, I am him. He's me, I am him. I don't care about 85. Nobody cares while I'm alive. I'm alive. Western Road. World dead and cold. Believe the thing. Western Road. World dead and cold. Believe the thing. Believe the thing. Believe the thing. Believe the thing.
Non è questo l'addio, tu che mi dici in fretta ciao e te ne vai e non ritornerai mai più. Non è questo l'addio, ora che invece sono freddo e tu lo sai, e piangerò per te. Non è questo l'addio, fiori gialli nel vento, le tue parole non le so più. Pioggia di primavera, dura un momento, sono felice senza di te. Sarà questo l'addio, quando l'amore nuovo mi sorriderà e il cuore fermerà. Sarà questo l'addio. Non è questo l'addio, ora che in me c'è solo freddo e tu lo sai, che piangerò per te. Non è questo l'addio, fiori gialli nel vento, le tue parole non le so più. Pioggia di primavera, dura un momento, sono felice senza di te. Sarà questo l'addio, quando un amore nuovo mi sorriderà, il cuore fermerà. Sarà questo l'addio, sarà questo l'addio, sarà questo l'addio, sarà questo l'addio.
We were sent out here to do a story. To do a story about what? As you can see, there's construction underway here. They've dug out a little bit. There's water has accumulated. Traffic's backed up. In a city the size of Houston, there's always traffic. So what's the big fucking deal? What the fuck are we doing out here? I asked you. What in the fuck are we doing here? Hell.
See her over there by the jukebox, playing all those happy, happy songs. kind that doesn't last very long. She lives by neons, nylons, and heartaches. Not in that order necessarily. The neon signs attract, and the nylon serves its purpose, and the heartaches are what she left with me. I thought I could change her way of living, but I was wrong, and now it's plain to see. She's happy with the neons and nylons, and this heartache that she left with me. She lives by neons, nylons, and heartaches. Not in that order necessarily. The neon signs attract, and the nylon serves its purpose, and the heartaches are what she left with me.
That was Dave Linkus, Neons, Nylons, and Heartaches from 1969. There's some really gratuitous lines in that song. Like he says the refrain, neons, nylons, and heartaches, and then the next line is not in that order necessarily. Like, what is the use of that line? And he just needed to fill something in, I guess. Couldn't think of something more appropriate or relevant to the thematical content. I don't know. That came out through a label called The Greater Sounds of Nashville. Yeah, right. So before that, Marissa Sania. I'm not even going to try and pronounce this, because whenever I try to read out Italian, I just totally butcher it. So we call in the experts. Let's hear it.
Non è questo l'addio.
Yeah. Which is...
This is not goodbye.
I don't know why the Italian voice is a male's voice and then it's a female voice for the English. But anyway, that's Google for you. Then we heard my buddy Gradini, Billy the Thing, from an EP of the same name, which he put out in 2018. I think he still has copies of that. So you can go to gradini.bandcamp.com if you're interested. And there's some other good music on there too, naturally. Then there was Rag with Baguna Leach to start from Cave Mentality, put out this year. And I'm going to play one more song to wrap things up, seeing as how I'm already over time for whatever that's worth. Hecate from Greece. It's from their album that they're going to put out pretty soon, known as Days of Wrath. And I don't know what the title of this is because it's written in the Greek alphabet. Okay, so it translates to Summer of 2018. And the name, if you were to read it aloud, would be...
Καλοκαίρι 2018.
Okay. Here you go. And that was put out, or it's going to be put out by a bunch of labels. La Vida es un Musdisco, Scarecrow Records, and Isidos Kidino. Maybe more, I don't know. Maybe more labels. But yeah, it's a good song. So that'll wrap things up for the week. Thanks for being here and putting up with me in a hungover and slightly unintelligent state. Maybe moderately unintelligent. I don't know. You can tell me. Yeah. I'll be back again on Saturday for the next one. And we'll do more of this kind of stuff. So, bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Η κατάσταση είναι εκτός ελέγχου.
Look after yourself, as they always say, because no one else will.
Let us get the fuck out of here.
Be seeing you.
And you.